Well, look here. Guess who's number one in the Nielsen ratings again?
97.7.
All righty, folks, we are back with you. We got to up our game a little bit because we got a professional television talk show host here, that singer-songwriter, actually from Primetime Country, Mr. Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter. How are you, brother?
I'm good. What are you guys up to?
Man, we just trying to hang in there and hold on and see what the heck is going on in the world today. Is it not just spinning around in circles and we're just slowly? I'm like, where are we going and why are we in this handbasket?
You know, hell is where we're going.
Right.
And unless God steps in and saves us, and He's prone to do so. So I'm actually fine with it. I tell you what, though, the whole Russian thing. I heard you guys mention it. It's just such. It is just such a stupid move. It's just so unbelievably stupid. I can't imagine anybody would think it's a good idea. And maybe I'm not a prophet, but I did post. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you see?
Oh, yeah. Hold it right there. There you go.
Wait. There.
Read that,
For
Packy.
the first time in history, you can post "he's an idiot," and 90% of the world would know exactly who you're talking about. Okay.
That's the truth.
Post, the numbers on that post are shocking.
Wow. That is unreal.
64,000 likes, 2,000 loves, 22,000 happy faces, smiley faces, laughing, 2,200 people going, oh, 400 people being sad. And out of 150,000 engagements, 21 people gave me an angry face.
Really?
That's way over 90%. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's 99.999, is it not?
Good Lord, how can they continue? I mean, I've never had anything personal against this guy. It's just a policy thing for me. It's, is it good for the country or not? Is it good for freedom? Is it good for the economy? Is it good for history? I don't care about him. Don't.
You mean like 100,000 Russian troops on the border and he's going to send 8,500? Like we're supposed to do something?
Yeah. Like A, that's going to do anything. B, whether or not he's actually going to go in there or not, that's stupid. You don't line all your tanks up in a row if you're about to invade. That makes them real easy to shoot. That's stupid. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's
I don't agree with anything that he's done. I don't agree with anything he stands for. I mean, I don't agree with nothing. I really don't. I just think that he has cut America. We were on top. I mean, we were on top. We were exporting gas. We were exporting natural gas. I mean, and we've got it. And now we're almost a third world country.
Now we're taking gas and oil from Russia.
Yeah.
Russia, the people that we're threatening to go to war with.
Well, it's kind of like giving China all of our meds come from China. Nothing better than handing the enemy all your, hey, take care of us, would you?
Well, I think they come up with this coronavirus where they can sell all them masks. Because they make millions on masks. There's no doubt they've made millions on masks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, have you had the coronavirus? Have you had it yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was not a big deal. No, I think I'm probably prone to have a pretty robust immune system. I try to take as good care of myself as I can, actually.
Right.
I'll have a moment now and then, every now and then there's going to be a pie, but overall, I try to really do that. And I think I'm blessed. I think some of it's genetic. I think certain blood types are more prone to it than others. If you read a little bit, something that, we've kind of moved away from, but it's a good plan. If you study that thing though, it's overall, you're probably going to get it. Certainly this Omicron thing you're going to get.
Man, I had the coronavirus and the flu at the same time. I had it double whammy.
You know what? Knock it out while you're sick. Get her done. I like it.
But my dad.
In there.
Dad.
But I lost taste and smell for 3 or 4 days. Everything tasted like a rice cake, and I had a little fever one night, and woke up without it and moved on.
Right.
And I much trust my 27 times, according to the studies. I have 27 times the resistance to COVID than a triple vaxxed boosted human.
But, you know, like my
Which,
dad.
by the way, now they're saying that that this over-vaxxing thing that we're doing is actually causing, on a worldwide scale, it will cause the virus to mutate in a different direction. Because Omicron is not a big deal. We all need to get Omicron. We need it.
Right.
That's called herd immunity.
Right.
And you know, I didn't know jack about any of this. I'm not claiming to be a scientist, but I'm also not an idiot. And I do pay attention. So,
I mean, isn't that what natural selection is? I mean, it's something that it tries to survive in places so it can live, you know, like and if
Exactly
everybody's vaccinated on it, it's going to keep mutating until it can find people that it can live in.
That's exactly right. Yes, you're right. But I am still, I would say clinging because it is a desperate time, but I'm not. I'm holding to something I've said on this show, I'm sure more than once. I know good and well who God is, and I know good and well he knows who we are. And he is not going to leave us in this mess. He's coming to take us away at some point in the not too distant future, I do believe. But I don't think he's coming for a bride that's begging. I think he's coming for one that's happy and ready to rock.
I'm right with you. I love to hear somebody else who talks positively like that.
What is the comedian that just passed away down in Florida that Bob Saget?
Bob Saget.
Do you think that was COVID related? I haven't heard.
I don't know. I don't know if he had recently taken the jab. I don't know any of that. And you know, that's definitely God's business. But it is amazing. It is amazing who stands for what and how long they breathe these days. It's amazing.
We've lost a lot of people. Like Meatloaf just passed away, and they said they thought that was connected with COVID. Did you ever know Meatloaf?
Yeah. You know, I met him a couple times. I wouldn't say that I knew him.
Right.
He was kind. But I also have got, you know, you can hear anything about anybody. Shoot, Google me. You know that.
Oh, yeah. I love reading about you, man. It's interesting. There's no doubt.
I've apparently done it all.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you're my hero. And you're still alive. That's the big part.
Well, you know, you've got to make some big mistakes to really learn everything, which obviously now I know. I wrote a song years ago called "Everything I Know," and sadly, I was able to fit it into about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But the hook line in it is, every stupid thing I've done so far has taught me nearly everything I know. And it's true. That's how you really learn, is to really screw up.
Yeah.
And I certainly spent the first half or so of my life. I'm not sure where the half is, you know, so that's a difficult thing to say. But the beginning portions were rowdy as hell, quite frankly. And yeah, I learned a lot.
I'm curious. I want to call up Willie Nelson and Keith Richards to see if they've had COVID. Because if they haven't had COVID, I'm going to their way of life.
Exactly. Well, speaking of rowdy times, I've got a few Willie stories that I can vaguely remember. So, yeah, we'll do that some morning.
You got all kinds of stories. So let me ask you something. You know, you actually took Tom, I guess it's Woolpat, right? Wasn't that with the guy that actually had the...
Yeah, he was on it for a while. He was not there long. I actually inherited, we'll say. I didn't really try to take it. It was handed to me. Charlie and Lorianne, Crook and Chase,
right,
had it for a couple of years after Ralph Emery had it. You know, since the earth cooled, you know, he did that thing forever. And may he rest in peace.
Absolutely.
Ralph's gone now, and what an amazing man! What an amazing guy. He was so kind to me when I got that job. He actually hunted me down on my first or second day in a parking lot. He's like, hey, and he comes running over to me. And I can't tell you exactly what he said because I'm sure we have an FM signal going, but he encouraged me deeply.
Right.
Something about don't let somebody get you down.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you and Tom Wopat, are y'all friends now, or is he pouted up still?
You know, I never see Tom. I never see him. There's absolutely no animosity. Never was.
Right.
But no, I don't ever see him. I see John a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're on Dukes and Hazzard theme, I see John all the time. I mean, I text him every 2 or 3 days, or I mean, we have running jokes, and
I think I get a few of them.
And that CBD stuff, his CBD product,
Right.
I helped facilitate all that. So yeah, he and Alicia are amazing people.
Yeah, they're busy. There's no doubt. They're definitely busy. Now, what is one of the, when you were on the, what was it? The Primetime Country.
Yeah.
You interviewed everybody. Did y'all do that in one setting? I mean, did you bring everybody in one day and do that, or how did y'all shoot that?
No. It was live. It was live to tape. I did it every day, 5 days a week for, 4.5 years, whatever it was. So no, those were all individual bookings. Every show was a standalone piece. So yeah,
that,
and it was because of the time change.
Right.
It didn't go live straight to the air, but it had to go up on the satellite immediately after we were done. So there was no, unless things really went bad, we never, we couldn't fix anything. So it's essentially live.
Well, it's all over YouTube, and I watched the Old Dogs when you had the Old Dogs on there. Which, if y'all don't remember the Old Dogs,
that day we did 2 shows.
Yeah,
because we got to the end of that. For the people that don't know, that was Waylon Jennings, Bobby Bear. Let's see, was Jerry
Reed?
Jerry Reed was in that. Was it just 3 of them? Was there 4?
No. You had what's the guy that stutters? Gosh almighty.
Mel Tillis.
Mel Tillis.
Oh yeah. So it was the 4 of them. They decided just to do a project called Old Dogs, and you really should look it up and listen to it because it's hilarious and profound. Those guys were not idiots. But we got to the end of the first hour, and I said, okay, we'll come back tomorrow night and we'll see y'all again, whatever I said at the end of it. And we all looked at each other. It was like, okay, that was 3 minutes of conversation. It went so fast. We were just having so much fun. And they were like, well, let's just keep going. So we did another one. That was a rare moment that I actually had a day off the next day because we had already done a show.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that second one was just absolutely. I love it because all these guys. Of course, Bobby Bear's the only one left. He's still the only one kicking, and you.
Yeah. Well, they're all kicking somewhere.
Yeah.
Waylon. I've got my favorites for each and every moment. Jerry, was a giant guitar hero of mine, and I was in there was a Saturday morning breakfast thing. Speaking of morning dishes, for years, and it moved around from different little dump divers, whoever could make decent eggs and bacon, and it was just a bunch of just wild, fabulous, brilliant guys, and I don't know how I got pulled in, but I was there. And Jerry would be the one that basically held court in that. And that one passing hurt me a lot. And Waylon was such a beautiful soul. And he was obviously really, really rough in many ways. But I loved that. And I think he loved that I loved that.
Right.
Yeah, all those guys.
Well, he had a
Bobby
bad
Bear.
taste in his mouth with Nashville, because they really give him a hard time, and I love that one song on there, Nashville's Heck on the Living, but they sure are good on the dead. I think that's one of the songs on there.
Yeah. Yeah. He won that battle.
Yeah.
He won the battle big time. They tried to, kind of excommunicate him for a while, but you just can't stop the truth.
Yeah.
And that guy was so brutally, beautifully honest.
Mm-hmm.
You might not like him, but you could not disagree with whether or not he was telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And people know that. It resonates. It speaks to people. They can smell it.
Right.
People think it's stupid. And he definitely won out in the end on that one.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. And I'll tell you something else. Mel Tillis he's a jokester. There's no doubt. Mel Tillis is a hoot, especially when he's trying to tell you something. It's just so funny.
Well, Mel's gone now too.
Oh yeah.
And Mel was he was one of the funnier people easily. Just, you know, he took that weakness, and it was real. That wasn't, you know, he wasn't putting it on. He took that weakness and turned it into a giant strength. That was his whole signature. And then he coupled that with the fact that he was a great songwriter.
Yeah.
Really, really, really great songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a ton of singers that are. And Mel was amazing.
Yeah.
He was a fishing fool. Good grief, that guy loved to fish.
Yeah. Yeah, him and Jerry Reed, I think they were the two on the thing there that like to fish the most. And I think Waylon and who's the other guy?
Bobby Bear.
Bobby Bear. Yeah, Bobby Bear's a big fisherman too, ain't he?
Yeah.
But now Bobby's kind of the one that, you know, that's the funny thing about it. He's kind of the one that got these guys involved with all this, is he not?
Well, he's the only one that had any organizational skills whatsoever.
Yeah.
The rest of them are, you know, they're all smart, but Bobby would be the guy that would, hey, listen, let's get together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just think this show that you were doing, I'd love to see it come back. I think you know.
Well, you know, it's funny you would say. You and I have had this conversation, but there does seem to be a for real groundswell for 2 or 3 projects that I think I'm going to do. The first one is going to make you laugh. It's actually a game show, and I can't tell you a whole lot about it, because it's a brilliant, simple concept, and anybody with a brain could steal it.
Right.
But man, I'm looking forward to doing it. I've been meeting, oh, good grief, all last week and this week with different people. We've got the studio picked out and production staff, and we actually have distribution. We have funding, all the things it takes to do something we've got. So we'll see. Won't be too long.
Well, I just, like I said, my kids watch this stuff all. Evan, he's 21, 22 years old, and he watches this stuff all the time on YouTube and loves it. And that's a younger generation, and I think it's out there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like Bobby Bear just released a new album. I say it's a couple of years old, but nobody even knew about it. I think it was called Bear. It's like the last one, and it's an amazing album, but it's not out there because, you know, radio won't push it, people won't push it, but and I think it'd be a good album.
Well, corporate radio's dead. They just hadn't buried it yet. That's all going to take care of itself.
Yeah, I think that's why
you cannot kill honest creativity any more than you can kill the truth, and it will find a home. Yeah. It's always later than I want it to be, but it happens.
Well, that's why these independent stations like us are doing so well, and you just don't realize how the small independent stations are just rolling, because people love to do it. But man, we have got to get to a break, Gary. I could talk to you all day long, and because you have been there and done that, and you're still alive and kicking, and well, I love being on with you guys, and y'all don't be scared. Don't be scared, and don't be hateful. Be grateful. There you go. Well,
you
Gary,
got it.
Like I said, man, and I'm looking forward to this new venture you got. You told me a little bit about it, but man, I am all for it. And if I can help you anyway, just let me know. And
I appreciate it.
Yep, no doubt about it. So anyway, y'all go to Gary Chapman, singer songwriter, on Facebook. Check him out. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Got the new song out. Take this jab and shove it, and hopefully we'll have another.
TakeThisJab.com. Go get you a shirt. It's the thing's going well, actually.
There you go. All right, Gary, man, you take care.
See you guys.
Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.